Hey guys, it's Cameron again, and I have some books to show you, which isn't out of the ordinary. But first I wanted to say thank you all so much for all of your support with my new novella, which I just recently released. It is called There Are Monsters Here. It is available for digital download on Amazon for 99 cents, so if you're interested, links are down below. But for all of you who have downloaded it and read it and reviewed it, thank you all so much. You guys are awesome. But yeah, otherwise, onto the haul. So the Junior Library Guild hosts 2 book sales every year, one in April and one in October. So basically the Junior Library Guild picks all of its favorite children's books that have come out that past year and makes them more easily accessible to librarians and teachers. Basically those librarians could go and buy the books in bulk for a much cheaper price than they would if they were to purchase them anywhere else. And then on top of that, they host these 2 book sales every year. And you can go and purchase brand new hardcover books that have just come out the past couple of years for $1 or $5 a piece. I only found out about it because I work through the library. I'm not sure if the sales are open to the public. I believe they are because I'm pretty sure I saw people there who were not librarians. But for the most part, it is mostly librarians. And I got a catalog, so basically I'm able to see all the books that are coming out this year that the guild has chosen, and I know that some of those books will probably be available at the next sale. So yeah, it's a warehouse. It is filled with books. I got there early and I had to wait in line, so I got some food from their food truck, and that was really nice as well. As you can see by the pictures on the screen, it was pretty cool, and I bought so many books. It's crazy. First, I'll start with the ones that were only $1. Now, the reason why these books were $1 was because they're a little bit older, and I think they were just trying to get rid of some of their stock. The first one here is Friends with Boys. Tiger Lily by Jody Lynn Anderson. I was going to buy this at the last sale for $5, but I'm glad I didn't because I got it for $1 this time. Such Wicked Intent by Kenneth Opel. This is the sequel to This Dark Endeavor, which is a Frankenstein retelling. The Sign of the Sinister Sorcerer, which is a John Bellairs book. It's actually written by Brad Strickland, but he kind of writes John Bellairs books now. It's kind of a V.C. Andrews situation. I also got books 2 and 3 of The Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place, which is a series I've heard a lot about. Odd and the Frost Giants by Neil Gaiman. This is a hardcover, cloth-bound Neil Gaiman book, and I got it for $1. It's awesome. I also got Flytrap, which is the sequel to Fly By Night, and I finally found a copy of Incarceron by Catherine Fisher. So awesome, $1. And all the rest of the books I got were $5 a piece. So I'll start with the first 3. These are young adult mysteries. The first one is Last Seen Leaving, which is basically about, I think, a Halloween party, and then the girl leaves and goes missing or she's killed. Either way, I know it's a mystery, so curious to check this one out. I also got Wink Poppy Midnight by April Genevieve. I never know how to pronounce her last name. I have read her anthology, Slasher Girls and Monster Boys, and I really liked it, but I've not read any of her novels yet. So I've heard mixed things about this one, but we'll check it out and see. And then also I got A Study in Charlotte, which is a retelling of A Study in Scarlet, which is the Sherlock Holmes story. And then I got a couple of scary middle grade books here. The first one is called The Jumbies. And then I got The Cabinet of Curiosities, 36 Tales, Brief and Sinister, and 4 different authors contribute to this book. And then I got The Mothman's Curse, and if any of you have been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that I love the Mothman legend. In fact, it plays a really big role in my young adult fantasy horror trilogy that I'm writing. I actually don't live too far away from Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where the Mothman legend takes place. And actually this book right here takes place in Athens, Ohio, which is only 40 miles away from Point Pleasant. And I live in Ohio, so very cool. I also got Writer to Writer, which is a writing book. Losing my voice. The Rose and the Dagger, which is the second book in the duology. I've not read this yet. I do have the first book, so I need to read them together. But yeah, I've heard it's really good. I also got The Last Star by Rick Yancey, which is the final book in the 5th wave. So this completes my set. I like Rick Yancey. But the movie for the 5th wave looked really bad, so hopefully the books are better. I also picked up a nice stack of horror novels here. At least I think all of these are horror. I might be wrong. I know this first one's horror. It's definitely not romance. The Fury, which is by Alexander Gordon Smith. Huge, chunky book. A Drop of Night by Stephen Bachman. Not sure if that's horror, but I hear it's pretty creepy. My Sister Rosa, which is an Australian thriller. Very excited to read this. And The Steep and Thorny Way by Kat Winters. And I also picked up 4 different contemporaries. Just recently watched 13 Reasons Why on Netflix, and I'm currently rewatching it with my parents up to a certain point, and then I don't think I could ever put myself through that again. Yeah, great show. It really reminded me how much I love contemporary, so I'm excited to read these. This one here is Every Exquisite Thing by Matthew Quick. He wrote Silver Linings Playbook, and what really sold me on this was What's Under the Dust Jacket. Apparently, The Bubblegum Reaper is a book that the character in this book reads, and it kind of changes her life. So I'm really glad that they decided to put that underneath the dust jacket. I just thought it was really cool. I also bought Highly Illogical Behavior by John Corey Whaley, A World Without You by Beth Revis, which sounds absolutely heartbreaking. And this one's actually an older one. It came out in 2013. It's called Crash and Burn, and it is about a school shooting. So I have been putting this one off for a while. I would like to read it because I hear it's very important and handles it very well. And then I got a huge stack of middle grade fantasy. So first one here is called The Thickety Well of Witches, which is the 3rd book in the series. So I have a complete set of those now. The Witch's Boy by Kelly Barnhill. She recently won the Newbery, so very excited to get into this one. The Crimson Skew, which is the 3rd book in the Last Sentence series. So I have a completed set of those now. The Evil Wizard Smallbone, which I think is my most anticipated book that I got the whole time I was there. Magic, Wizards, Bookshop. Can't go wrong. Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. This is the 2nd book. It is called The Hammer of Thor. $5. The Charmed Children of Brookshire Castle, which looks awesome, and there's a ton of blurbs on the back. Everyone's saying that it's charming and creepy and chilling and magical. I'm seeing a lot of words that I really like, so I'm sure it's going to be a good one. This one was actually in the dollar section, but it wound up ringing up $5, which I didn't realize until I got home. That is The Last Dragon Slayer by Jasper Fforde. Riverkeep. Beautiful cover. It's about alchemy. Sold. And lastly, I got Ravenous, which is the sequel to Monstrous. And then I also got a free bag, which has a froggy on it. Actually, I think it's Frog and Toad, and Toad's reading a book. So, very cute. It was an awesome haul. I really love this sale. I'm definitely not going to go in October. I'll probably wait until next year and go again because I bought enough. Don't need to buy anymore. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.